Hi, I'm Julie Wright with Shadow Mountain's Proper Romance Line, and I'm here to talk about the CDC Guidelines for avoiding the COVID-19 virus from a Jane Austen perspective. Let's start with one of the heavy hitters. Let's talk about hand washing in the Austen era. So, hand washing is actually not a thing in the Austen era. It didn't actually even become a thing until 1846. That was when hand washing became something that they even really thought about. I mean, aside from just basic cleanliness, they didn't think about it in terms of viruses or germs or sicknesses or anything like that. That just wasn't something they thought about. So this now makes sense as to why all of those ladies and lords and men and women and everybody wore gloves, because ew. I don't know about you, but I'm not really excited about holding hands with anybody who's not been washing them. That's kind of just awful in all the ways. So, to help all of you, maybe with your hand washing for the said 20 seconds that the CDC has given us as a guideline, I thought it would make it a little bit easier. And I found that if you recite both of Darcy's proposals to Elizabeth, you take about 21 seconds. You can memorize something fun and get your hands washed at the same time. So hey, I hope that this helps you with hand washing. Let's move on to our next one. Let's talk about the cough and the sneeze. So since coughing on someone is now considered basically a criminal offense. I mean, if somebody coughs on you, you immediately give them the stink eye and you're like, dude, what? What were you thinking? No, you can't be coughing on me. You diseased rat, what are you doing? So I'm pretty sure though that it should always have been considered a criminal offense, because that's just icky. Ew, why? Anyway, that's just another thing. But I'm pretty sure that in a Regency day, that coughing into one's elbow would probably not be considered ladylike, especially since that means that you're coughing on your actual inside of your arm. And I don't know, it's just, but now the handkerchief suddenly makes really good sense, right? But imagine the Regency era of handkerchiefs, and ladies spent a whole ton of time embroidering those things. You don't think they're gonna cough or sneeze into a handkerchief that they've spent eternity embroidering? And if you've ever embroidered, I don't know about you, but it hurts my hands so much. I can't do it, and I'm not any good at it, and it looks really terrible, and so I just don't do that. But I digress. Handkerchiefs take some time to make. Those aren't disposable. They take those, and so imagine the reusage of that and the spread of disease in that way. And that is why we have disposable tissue. Isn't that great? I mean, we live in a beautiful time, don't we? So you can or sneeze and sniffle and then throw it away. For touching one's face, honestly, I have no idea what the rules were for back then. I really don't. Not even a clue. Except for I do know that as a romance writer and a romance reader, I'm a huge reader. I do know that I really like it when the hero touches the heroine's face, when he lightly traces the backs of his fingers down her jawline. It's like, that is fantastic. That's swoon-worthy and fantastic stuff. So I like that. So I don't know what the rules were. And, especially when a woman must put the back of her hand to her head and fall to the fainting couch. Would that be a faux pas? I don't know. You tell me. Social distancing. What this means is that no balls are in your immediate future. Can you imagine trying to tell that to a young lady during her season? To say, oh, I'm sorry, no, there's no balls for you. This means you're not going to get married ever, and you will never have the ability to leave your parents' home, and when your father dies, because he's not going to be able to leave you an inheritance because rules for women sucked back then, you are going to be in the tragic circumstance of being passed from family member to family member to family member like a parcel. You're going to have to become like basically a governess to your nieces and nephews, and your life will be very, very sad. So I don't know. I don't know about the whole social distancing back then, but if you've got a heartbeat for a chaperone, you're probably going to be okay. Also, think about the Regency period where you had to have an introduction in order to actually even talk to somebody. That makes social distancing a little bit easier. So if any of you are struggling with social distancing right now in your personal lives, I think that when somebody approaches you to want to talk and they get too close, you should run like Mr. Collins just proposed to you. So staying home, let's talk about how too much sunlight is bad for you anyway. Really. We're talking about the vampire era of ladyship, where, any sun on your face might cause you to freckle. So she's going to take her parasol out. So to help you remember maybe to stay inside your house, pretend like you forgot your parasol. You can't bear the idea of the sun touching your fragile, fair skin and messing it up and messing up your marriage abilities. So that is my kind of take on the CDC guidelines for the Regency era. I hope you're pseudo entertained. If nothing else, you know how to wash your hands for 20 seconds, and that's really important stuff. Thanks for watching. Again, my name is Julie Wright. I am the author of Lies Jane Austen Told Me and many other books as well, but Jane Austen has my heart forever, and I'm hoping she has yours too. Have a great day. Be safe, be healthy, follow the CDC guidelines, and everything's going to be okay. I believe that. Thanks, guys.